Zak there down the stretch. Just
Yep.
how much growth have you seen in him as a player where you can lean on him in those situations like that and have him deliver damn near every time?
Yeah. No, he had a great game. He was getting really good position. He really puts those guys, in tough spots on how they're going to play post defense when you're 7'4", 290, and you have that kind of strength and that kind of length. They have a choice to make, and when they make that choice, if we can pass and catch, move the basketball, eventually, he's going to have a pretty good post up. If they want to try to take it away, you can try to get it over the top of him. The thing that he's been able to do is being able to catch the basketball in traffic, especially when the low man's coming or a weak side guy's coming, to double him at that time. He's done a pretty good job of not getting bottled up at that time and pretzeled to where like now he can't function and shoot and pass it. He's been able to catch those balls and pass it, and he's been able to score it, which he did tonight. So just a great game. I thought our guys did a good job of delivering the ball to him, and I thought he did a good job of getting position. And he's a good player. He keeps getting better, and anytime he gets that kind of an opportunity, he's played well for us.
He just seemed to play with so much authority too. Like when he caught the ball, he was going right into his move and stuff like that. Has that been a process for him playing that way?
Yeah. Well, I think the dribble.
Bring it out?
Yeah, it just depends on how people want to defend things, because if they really go after you hard, like you can't limit your dribbles. You got to eliminate your dribbles. And you just got to go right into your post move, but you got to get the ball deep enough to where you can go right into your post move. So just having a sense of where you are, and just having that feel, and after you get that feel of where everything is and what's going on, now I'm just going to make my post move or make a simple pass if they're going to throw the kitchen sink at him.
What's it say about your team that they kind of got through that when all of those offensive rebounds, kind of kept Wisconsin hanging around? It seemed like a really taxing game.
Yeah.
Really difficult game.
Yeah, well, I think, they struggled to stop us, and we struggled to stop them that last 10 minutes of the game. And when we did get them to miss, they seemed to get the offensive rebound or we fouled. And, we had to do a better job of securing rebounds, do a better job of really they got us in some rotations with their bigs. We wanted to be able to take that three away, but our bottom guy was too slow coming on the second pass to get out there. And then at the end, we just said the heck with it and put our 4 on their 5 and our 5 on their 4. And so we just flipped it. And we probably should have done it from the start, because we weren't really good in those rotations. And they, Davison and Aleem Ford and a couple of those guys got some pretty good looks that just didn't go down. Normally those are going to go down. And so we were very fortunate to kind of escape a couple of those possessions without them scoring.
You see something different in Aaron right now? Do you see like a renewed confidence from him or a renewed energy from him or something like that? He's obviously played really well here the last 3 games.
Yeah, he's really played well the last 3 games. Well, he's rebounded. Anytime you're going to rebound the basketball, you're going to give yourself a chance to be on the court more. And then the more you're on the court, the more you're going to, feel comfortable. But tonight, obviously he stepped up and, made some shots. He made a couple nice plays at the basket, going 3 for 3 from beyond the arc. But getting those rebounds, in the last game, I think he had 7 in 15 minutes. And then tonight he has 6 in 20 minutes. Those are crucial, man. Those are really crucial. And, you've just been playing well and been giving us, good energy. And that's what you need when guys come off the bench, man. They can give you that kind of energy on both ends of the court.
You scored a ton of points in the paint here the last 3 games, and the 3-point volume, 2 of these last 3 games has kind of dipped a little bit.
Yeah.
Is that emphasis that you try to tamp down the volume a little bit? Are they just doing a better job deciding what shots to take, things like that? What's kind of gone into that, if that's even a thing?
Yeah. It's if we find a matchup that we like, especially on the interior, we stick with it. So in defense to some of our guys is that they're going to probably get threes in transition or penetration threes or inside-outside threes when they double in the post. So, I really don't know until I kind of watch the tape. But, when you've had games where you've struggled so much from 3, this year, which we have, and we've still been competitive and won some and lost some of those games, that's not going to get you to the free throw line. It just isn't. Driving the basketball, posting up deep, going right at people, getting on the offensive glass, things of that nature is going to get you in the bonus. Like, we got to get into the bonus. Like, every team wants that. Get into the bonus early, make free throws, steal points. Both teams tonight were able to do that. But I think that's pretty important for our group, to where we work inside, outside, not outside, inside.
Just one last thing for me, the job that both Eric and Isaiah, but then also your whole team did on Trice.
Yeah.
I imagine he was number one on your priority list from a defensive scouting report.
Yeah, we wanted to stay into him, make it hard. He's really worked each year to add something to his game, and his ability to move and use his dribble and break you down and shoot his pull up, take his threes. We wanted to stay, close to him at all times and just make it hard. We knew he'd make some tough ones, but I thought Eric did a great job. Isaiah came in and did a really good job. Isaiah did a great job making those 2 free throws, late in the game also. But both of those guys did a good job guarding Trice. Dimitri Trice is a good player, man. It's what it's all about. He's gotten better each year.
I'm good. Thanks, Matt.
Thank you.
Yes. Hey, Matt. This was a game that had maybe a tournament postseason feel to it because you had to answer, they had to answer, all that kind of stuff. But
Right.
for your team to have this game so close to the Big Ten tournament, can this be a pretty good experience going into the postseason?
I think so. Anytime you play a team that's, is going to be in the NCAA tournament and you get another quality win on your resume, that's what you want. And just another experience of, especially a close game, being able to find a way to, to pull it out. And our guys were able to do that tonight, and, just a good team win. But yeah, it's definitely something that can help your confidence, especially when you get back into close games, so close to the Big Ten and the NCAA tournaments.
We don't get to watch practice or anything like that, but Zak showed some emotion tonight, and I'm sure he does in practice and other things. But for that to come out in a game, what'd you see out of him tonight from that standpoint?
Well, Zak's a good player, and I think sometimes he gets into certain matchups, and tonight was one of those matchups that was a little tough for him. But what we were able to do was flip it, and so anytime he's going to have a tough matchup on one end, we got to make sure he gets the ball on the other end. So they got to hopefully worry about us more than we're worried about them. I think it was probably pretty even, but I thought he was confident. I thought he wanted the basketball. And then he kept it simple. He got into a couple post moves right away without dribbling. He got good, distance, I think, from his guy sometimes. Like, sometimes when you post up, like, if you don't get the great position, you're not going to get great distance from those guys on the perimeter. When you get that deep position, now you create that distance, and it really helps because it's easier to know when they're coming and when they're not coming. I just thought he worked really hard to help himself. And then obviously, anytime you can score, he scored in consecutive possessions in the first and second half. I think you just, you start to feel better about yourself and have more confidence. And I think that's why you kind of see him, showing some emotion.
All right, thank you.
No problem.
Anyone else for Matt?
Yeah, Coach. How big of a confidence boost is it for you to see that even with Trevion struggling, that the team steps up and carries his weight?
Well, I think it's good. I think it's good for, anytime things happen, when guys come off your bench and play well. Like, I think when you have more than 5 starters, you have a good team. And I think we've proven that. I think we have some guys that, have battled through it the whole year, started some, not started. And, you have to be productive. And I thought our bench was productive today. And obviously, Trevion leads us in rebounding, leads us in scoring. We play through him a lot. He gets the ball. Like, Trevion Williams gets the ball maybe more than anybody in the country for the percentage of time that he's on the court. He's one of the top 2 or 3 guys. And so the fact that we play through him so much and we were able to have success when he was out, just shows you the caliber of players that we have coming off the bench. And, Zak obviously is going to get more minutes when Trevion's in foul trouble, and Zak's going to get more minutes, when he plays better too. If we feel like that's the matchup, we'll stay with him. It has nothing to do, with Trevion but when Trevion's got the matchup and he's playing well, we've rode him. There's no doubt about that we've saddled up and threw him the ball 80% of the possessions and then made them make that decision. So, we'll continue to do those type of things when we think that's, the best play for us to, to score and be efficient.
And then, Coach, how big of this game is a momentum boost for the IU game and then for the Big Ten
Yeah.
tournament and then even?
Well, I just think it's a confidence builder just because it's a quality team. It's an NCAA tournament team. It's a team that won our league last year. You know, they're really good. You know, they're a really good team. And so I think that's more important than anything. Like when you go to your next game, you know, you're hoping that, you know, you can play well. You know, you want to build off of, you know, and that momentum. I think we've won like 4 straight now. Is that right? Is that right? Yeah. And so you want to build off of that. We had a 4-game winning streak earlier in the year, and so now we have one at 4 right now. But we know, you know, Indiana's going to be a tough game. You know, we got a lot of respect for them, and they're going to come in here and fight us. And you know, we have to play better. You know, we have to play better than them if we expect to win. If we don't, we're going to get beat. And you know, we got to rebound the ball. You know, defend. You know, be efficient on the offensive end. Like it all starts over. Like it's not. You know, it's good that these games help you. But there's no guarantee moving in the next game. You got to do your prep work and get ready and respect your opponent and go out there and compete and earn it all over again.
Anything else? Cool. Thank you, guys.
Thanks. No questions.